What's up, Summoners? Welcome to another ProGuides video. Today, we'll be discussing the information Riot released on the upcoming Mundo VGU due in 2021. Before I get too far into it, today's question of the day is, why would any sentient being create this? Like, did you just not want me to sleep ever again? This Mundo looks like it was built by Sid from Toy Story. This Mundo looks like the physical manifestation of a Twitch jungle player's personality. If the state of Alabama was a champion, it would be this Mundo. If Steve Irwin found this Mundo in the wild, he would have put it down. God, my eyes are never gonna recover. I mean, it's great quality, it's just, jeez. Ugh. Alright, anyway, newfound trauma aside, if you'd like to take a pot shot at explaining why this image exists, or even just roast it, and please, I beg of you, roast it, you can do so in the comments below, or you can join a community roast session in our Discord. Now, without further delay, let's get going. Riot has recently announced that good old Dr. Mundo will be the next champion to receive a VGU. It's a long way from being finished, of course. Like I said, the release date isn't set until 2021, but they've given us an early sneak peek at their thought process for the Madman of Zon in these beginning stages of development. Although it's worth noting that both his base character concept and, by extension, even his title is up in the air and liable to be changed, so take that for what it's worth. As Mundo is today, he's one of League's signature tanks. He's a beefy boy, big muscles, no thoughts kind of guy. The premise of Mundo is that you can go into a fight and use his kit to end up with more health than what you started with, welcoming damage and shrugging it off like it's nothing. Well, that and throwing cleavers around like candy. This simplicity of design is part of what made Riot choose Mundo for their next big revamp. But there were other elements at play as well. One factor was the simple fact that both Fiddlesticks and Volibear, Riot's two most recent VGUs, were designed as junglers, so they wanted to kind of swap things up and freshen the pool with a top laner. The largest motivation for them, however, was just how out of place Mundo looks alongside more current champions. His animations are clunky and cumbersome. His model is, we'll say, bulky. And although I think many Mundo mains would say these things are part of his uniquely handsome charm, Riot is looking to streamline him a bit with some smoother animations and delve a little deeper into the concept of being literally insanely dumb with a more than questionable addiction to steroids and chemicals, while also inhabiting one of the most technologically advanced cities in the world. While there's definitely an easy joke there I'm too lazy to frame, the exact implications of delving deeper into Mundo's lore haven't really been established yet, so as part of Riot's early development stage, they tell their concept artists to just go nuts and seek out every conceivable avenue a character might take based on their design. And this is where Mundo G was born. The chances of that abomination seeing the light of day are slim to none, but that doesn't matter because it raises legitimate questions about what forms Mundo could take. These are all just abstract concepts designed to start different trains of thought and see where they lead. Is Mundo going to be more focused on being almost chemical-based plague doctor-y like Mundo M? Is Mundo going to shift more towards being a roided-out turbo jock like Mundo I? Or could he even possibly take a turn for, whatever this is, I guess? What is up with this artist and limbs? Gosh. I mean, it looks great, but the quarantine has not done this person's mental any favors. The point is, these concepts are just meant to create a melting pot of different Mundo ideologies and hopefully give Riot some good inspiration for what types of abilities they want the fresh new Mundo to have. From the seeds of these more abstract outer rim imaginings of Mundo, sprouted 4 more polished concepts. These are the Mundos your very real girlfriend told you not to worry about. These are likely much closer to what we'll see as the final Mundo product, but if you look at them, you can kind of see inspiration drawn from different pieces of the original set. Intermelded arms, biochemical augmentation, huge muscles, all of them start to come into play in more sensible ways. Ogre Mundo is actually really cool looking in my opinion, but I don't think it necessarily fits the mentality of Dr. Mundo. If I were to bet my prized 4-ply toilet paper on any of them, I'd say Juiced Up Mundo is the most likely model here to embody the idiot juicer fantasy. But as Riot said, their overall concept is still very much up for discussion. Hopefully, we don't end up with anything as drastic as the Aatrox rework, but if that's what it comes to, it seems like there's a lot of really fun directions they can take it. In regards to his kit, they've stated that they want Mundo to retain his masochistic regeneration-based tankiness and his consistent cleaver throwing, but they want to add more depth to his kit while also keeping the simplicity. They've tried out a couple of different ideas in regards to his health-based identity, but as of now, both have failed, though they are interesting thoughts. The first of these two was to have Mundo gain max health whenever he took damage. This idea went through a few iterations, but the core concept remained the same. The problem, however, was that with a largely increasing health pool, itemizing against Mundo became even more polarizing than it already is, which is the opposite of what Riot wants. The second idea they tried was instead focusing on the regen part of Mundo's healthiness, experimenting with a mechanic that made him temporarily lose max health in exchange for increased regeneration. Players could reset their max health by dying or recalling, but as testing progressed, it became clear that choosing the right time to recall and reset the health bar was a little too intensive for what Riot has in mind for Mundo. Like I said earlier, they want modern, but they also want simple. Speaking of simple, they want to update his offensive play as well, not just his defensive structure. According to them, they've tried a few things, like removing cleavers from targets for extra damage, which struck me as somewhat Callista-y, but they said the thing they tested the most was actually a chain reaction of minion death-based explosions. Functionally, it was like a brand passive that hopped from dying target to dying target like a Malzahar E, but ultimately, Riot decided it was too magey and not a good reflection of the jacked, muscular idiot they're trying to sculpt. With their intention to keep Mundo's cleaver throwing, or at least something similarly consistent, I'm curious to see what they do with Mundo's other abilities. Only time will tell, but I'm hoping they find a way to make his roid ragey type abilities more interactive. For now though, enjoy Mundo as he is, for we know not what the Mundo of tomorrow brings. Throw that extra cleaver, not in real life. Inject those chemicals, seriously, not in real life. Go where you please. Be the best Mundo you can be today. Our time with Mundo is limited. Let's enjoy it while we can. It's a simple life throwing cleavers and kissing your own boo-boos, but it's honest work. I'm running out of generic pseudo-motivational jargon, but you get my point. Now get out there, you crazy purple lugs. Those carries aren't gonna cleaver themselves. Thanks for watching, guys. We hope you enjoyed this video, and we'll keep you updated as more information is released on Mundo's development. Supposedly, we'll be seeing another update towards the end of the season when they begin full production, so be sure to tune in around then so we can give you all the details of Mundo's big glow-up. Once again, give us your finest roasts for these early concept arts so we can hit you with the fresh heart reacts. We really love hearing from you guys. Until next time, good luck on the Rift, and wash your hands.